Okay, kids, we're back. Chapter 2 assignment for 3U16b says draw a free body diagram to determine the net force acting on the object in italics in each of the following situations. So the object in italics is a water skier. So here is my artistic physics rendition of a water skier. There you have it. What's that? And we're going to draw a free body diagram. So it's being pulled by a motorboat. So usually it's connected by some rope or something, right? So let's call it force tension. Is that okay? And it's in the water, so there's going to be some force of friction behind it. Oh, that's a bad C. Let me fix that. Friction. And it's on the planet Earth. So there's a force of gravity, right? Now it's on water. So it's kind of a normal force, but not really. It's what we call buoyancy. It's what makes things float, right? It's kind of a normal force. It's kind of there, okay? Now, they want us to calculate the net force, right? Net force. That's what they want us to calculate. Net force, net. But there's two ways of looking at net force, right? Net force would be force tension plus force friction plus force gravity plus force, let's just call it B for buoyancy. The problem with that is, do you know how much the tension force is? Do they tell you? No, they don't tell you. They do not tell you, do they? Yeah, they do, 520. Okay, so that one they do tell you. Do they tell you the frictional force? No. Do they tell you how much force of gravity is? No. Do they tell you how much the buoyancy force is? No. So how am I going to calculate F net using this equation if I only know one of the forces? You can't. It's impossible to use that one. Does anyone in this class know of another equation for net force? I know there's this equation. Add up all the forces, F1 plus F2 plus F3. Is there another equation for net force? Yes. Yes. Mass times acceleration. Okay. Do we know the mass of the water skier? Do they tell us? No. Oh my goodness. Do we know the acceleration? How much is the acceleration? Zero. How do we know acceleration is zero? What told you acceleration was zero? Go ahead. Constant speed and velocity, right? So now all of a sudden I know that since the velocity was constant, right? Since the velocity is constant, I know what the acceleration is, right? That means you know what F net is, right? You following me? Yeah. There's always these two equations for F net. Add up all the forces, but sometimes that equation doesn't work. And you got to use F net equals MA. Guess what? Sometimes you might want to calculate net force, and you try F net equals MA first. It's like, oh, this doesn't work. That's okay. I got a backup plan. I've got F net is the sum of all forces. You always have to use these two equations in tandem, right? One time one will work, another time another one will work. Don't forget that. Okay, kids, have a great day. Bye.